The Premier has again laid out her pandemic strategy of no community transmission as per National Cabinet agreements.
Good morning, Danica. Well, there's been some bickering between the states this week over pandemic management, particularly from the WA leader, Mark McGowan, who criticised Gladys Berejiklian for not using the elimination strategy. Well, Gladys Berejiklian was up early on Sydney radio this morning and reaffirmed her position that as per the National Cabinet agreement, she has always and will continue to go for no community transmission, which is, under her definition, a suppression strategy, because there's still overseas travellers coming into hotel quarantine, including people choosing to quarantine in Sydney instead of in Perth, and they are Western Australian citizens. But she also said that it would be very detrimental to New South Wales and Australia if we halted international travel coming into the country. This morning she was asked, did she consider halting international travel into Sydney while the Avalon cluster was going on, particularly because that's what Victoria did during their second wave. Let's hear from her response.
I don't think you can compare the New South Wales situation to the Melbourne situation. I mean, Victoria had 800 cases a day at one stage, and it's a very different situation. I don't think you can make that comparison, firstly. And secondly, you have to be mindful of the fact that every time a plane flies into an airport, they're also bringing a lot of freight, a lot of goods in the bulk of the plane, and you also don't want to deter airlines from flying to Sydney or Australia.
She also said that one of the biggest challenges for her government this year is going to be managing COVID restrictions while the vaccine is being rolled out across New South Wales, because initially there'll only be a small percentage of the population vaccinated, and then people might start getting relaxed because the vaccination is being rolled out. Let's hear more on that.
I think that one of the biggest challenges the government will face is managing COVID whilst the vaccination's being rolled out, because I think people will assume that once people are vaccinated, we can sit back and relax.
Now, there has been a new venue that was added last night by New South Wales Health, and it is on the Northern Beaches. It's the Groomsman Barbershop, Warriewood Square, on Wednesday the 6th of January. If you were there, you considered it casual contact. There were 5 cases of local transmission reported yesterday out of 14,700 tests, 11 in hotel quarantine from overseas, 1 case linked to the Barella cluster, a close contact of a previously reported case, that cluster now at 27 cases, another 2 from the Northern Beaches from the same household. Those 2 are currently under investigation. No established link yet on that. And Danica, 1 case also reported on Monday. It's that Mount Druitt emergency case that affected the Mount Druitt hospital there. So the latest figures coming out at 11 o'clock this morning. We'll bring you those a bit later.